let's go. Hello, Shakti. Hello, everyone. And today we're not gonna just talk about stocks. We're gonna look at super people, those who are inspiring and motivating. All the world are looking at them. Who they are? They are super investors, super people, super investors. And we will use our platform Stocks Dojo to spy a little bit on those people and see what do they hold.
Okay, so let me share my screen. Let's start the spy work.
And while you're sharing your screen, I want to remind everyone, please like, share, and subscribe. And we will share more stories and more insights from stocks analytics.
We have added this new link to super investors. Once you get in, you look at the list of managers. I've also included Vanguard and BlackRock so that we are able to appreciate the size of these portfolios. And then starting from Warren Buffett, you will see individual names of the famous super investors, right? And I've tried to capture most of them, which will give an insight into their portfolios. Check if the holdings are fairly valued. What are the number of managers who hold these stocks? Like Amazon is being held by 19 of those managers.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth, right? So there are some tickers here which I don't even look at, which is good for me too. So I can analyze additional tickers which I have not seen in the past.
Yeah. So these are not just analysts. These are super people, those who did prove their investment strategies by amount of money they have, right?
Yeah. Of course.
Okay, who do we have? We have Warren Buffett, of course. Warren Buffett. Probably we have someone like Bill Gates, right? Jim Simmons.
Jim Simmons. Yeah, so Jim Simmons, he was a very smart person, and it is a very interesting story. He started a hedge fund by working with other smart people. They used a lot of innovative methodologies to identify stocks. And I don't think anybody actually knows how they do it, but the returns have been extraordinary in the last several years. So he's pretty famous. Unfortunately, I think he's no more. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that the next one is Chris Horn.
Yeah.
And there are only 7 tickers,
Yeah.
right?
So some of these investors just hold few stocks,
Yeah.
and I was a bit intrigued to see if these stocks are undervalued or not. But to my surprise, whatever you see here are currently overvalued. But it doesn't mean that he's going to sell those, because I think the investment strategy in this case is to hold on to companies which have a very good moat, very few competitors who can take away their market share. As long as the barriers to entry are pretty high, the assumption is these companies will continue to generate above market returns going forward in the future. Even though they are currently overvalued, the additional returns that they might get in the future will compensate for the overvaluation today. If you could buy an undervalued stock, but if that stock only gives you 5% or 8% for the next 10 years, it may not be a great investment. But if you hold one of these and they continue to generate 15 to 20% returns over the next 10 years, then you're making much more money than what you would have in an undervalued stock. So I think that's the key here. And they are also looking for companies which will last for more than a decade, so that you can look at a long-term perspective.
Yeah, so not quantity but quality.
Yeah.
7 hand-picked stocks by what's his name? Chris Horn.
Yeah, so also I forgot to mention, in this portal we are only showing US stocks. There are other international stocks that they might hold, but since we are focusing on US stocks only, I've picked only those, and the total value that you see is just for the US holdings.
Yeah. So while you're working on selecting those super investors and checking what's inside of their portfolios, what are the main surprises you could highlight?
Yeah, see, some of these super investors hold like 2,000 tickers. It's like
Yeah.
extremely diversified. You see both ends. Some of them have thousands of tickers, some of them have just 7 or 20 or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And even Berkshire has only 33 US stocks, and most of their portfolio is US stocks. Just a small percentage is international, and that's something that will catch your eye when you look at this. And one of the investors we follow is Monish Pabrai, right?
Yes.
And he only has three US stocks, and also these names are pretty, uh, you know,
No one knows them.
yeah,
Who
no
they
one knows
are.
them. Yeah, because they are very small market cap, and they mostly play in the coal sector, right? So Alpha Metallurgy is coal mining, and then I think even HCC is coal, right? So he has a bullish thesis on coal.
Yeah.
So a lot of his money is in coal. So you will find very interesting picks by some of these super investors. Anybody who has more than 100 million actually shows up as a super investor, and they're supposed to disclose what they hold as per the SEC rules. And we
Yeah.
are lucky that we are able to see what they actually hold, and value act. I think I'm assuming they want to keep stocks which have a good value, but again, there are some highly valued stocks here that I can see right out of the bat. Anyway, and it gives me the opportunity to look at some companies which I've never thought of, and maybe they could be a good add to our portfolio in the future.
Yeah. I've seen tickers which I do have. So, and what is the most desired company?
Okay, yeah. So Amazon is being held by 19 of those managers: Microsoft, Meta, Google, and this one was interesting. Capital One seems to be a bit undervalued at the moment, but this is one of the favorites in the list.
Interesting. And the cool thing that now you can read about the company straight away. I haven't heard about this company.
Okay, this is US. So I have a Capital One. Yeah, I have a Capital One credit card and also a bank account in the US. So in the US, it's pretty famous because it's an American bank holding company,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And yeah, if you are an Australian, you might not have heard about it, right? Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
And then we have United Health, which we own. So there's like 12 of them have that. Even Uber, a lot of them have it. So I think Uber is starting to make a lot of money now. The profit margins are getting better, and we need 20% growth to justify their current price. And actually, they are growing close to that. So and the free cash flow has been exploding. It's almost 100% now. So it might be a good buy. So you will get additional insights just by looking at this one page. And also, if you keep scrolling down, I have listed all these super investors in their top 10 holdings or so.
Super cool. Well, I have a couple thousand of dollars to spend over the weekend,
Awesome.
and um, why not to get some companies? What Bill Gates is holding?
Yeah, see, Bill Gates holds Microsoft, 13 billion, Berkshire, and then Waste Management,
Yeah,
Caterpillar,
yeah.
Ecolabs. And then the numbers go down, but they are still big numbers, like 100 plus million in one company. Yeah, there are a bunch of companies here that you can pick from. So you can, take a look at these, and if any of these interest you, you can buy one of those.
I want energy company.
Energy.
Yes, but
Do
something
we
that's
have any
not
energy?
that harmful for environment. Is there anything like that? Well,
No, we
I
have to
have
check.
all night to check.
You know what I can do? I can actually, that's a good point. I can actually add the industry they play in so that it's easy for you to see, pick a company based on the industry. I'll add the industry right next to this.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Shakti. This is great. This is
This is
really
awesome. Yeah.
this is exciting. I really love it. Thank you very much. If you have any requests, anything you want to talk about, or maybe some particular portfolios you want to look, please let us know.
Yeah, we can link the portfolio builder to this and see how the stocks have performed. So that's coming up soon. Yeah.
I want to live like Bill Gates. I want to live like Warren Buffett. Okay, I just copy everything what these guys hold and then see.
Yeah.
Well, dreams, dreams, dreams. We'll make it better. All right. Bye bye.